Time, an inspirational program that captures insightful contributions of the guest personality within professional fields and politics to motivate the youth. Sound of Time also peeps into footprints of captains of industries who have made their marks in their chosen profession. Join David Ojo every Tuesday morning between 10 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. on OSBC TV channel 32, Star Times on 113, and Free TV. You can also join in our various social media platforms like YouTube and Facebook. Sound of Time, a roadmap to inspiring young professionals. Right, it's another fantastic Tuesday morning and welcome to your favorite program on OSBC TV. Yes, it's time for you to enjoy Sounds of Time. My name is David Ojo. You know, as usual on this program, we bring captains of industries and those that have made their mark in their chosen profession. I must tell you that my guest today has made his mark where he is at the moment, and that is why he's going to be reeling out some of the achievements they've done so far in that part of the ministry in Osun State. Yes, my guest today is a senior special assistant to the governor on cooperative and empowerment, Oyini Rashid Adeleke. You're welcome to Sounds of Time.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Nigerians, and good morning, the moderators. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm good, and I know you are good too. It's good to have you on the program today. It's been a while that I've been wanting to bring you to the program, but thank God it's another Tuesday anyway, and thank God you are here today to enlighten us, shed more light on what you do in that part of the ministry. All right, let's start with your ministry. How has it been for 2 years now?
To God be the glory. We just have to be sincere with ourselves. We don't have much time there because our time is not enough. Wow. Strictly, we are dealing with the money.
Wow.
You definitely know that this administration of His Excellency Senator Adeleke is the one that started the Ministry of Cooperative and Empowerment in Osun.
All right.
The ministry before is with the Commerce and Industry, so now is a separate ministry.
All right.
So Ministry of Cooperative and Empowerment, and to God be the glory. The initiative has assisted Osun in general. Because when we're talking about the grassroots people, you've touched the life of many people. Because like now, you said, if I can be telling you what we have concluded, I didn't mean what we have been doing or we continue something. The one that we've concluded already, that have impacted the life of the Osun people. So I can tell you there are many.
You will tell us as many as possible on the program today before we leave the show. But let's start with this again. Looking at your ministry, it's fantastic that the governor of Osun State decided in his own wisdom to separate that very key, important ministry in his administration. Now, looking at that ministry that you're talking about, cooperative and empowerment, you say you deal with money. I know that about it. You guys deal with money, and it's written all over you anyway that you guys are really dealing with money. But let's look at it from this angle. What has the state government been doing, especially in your ministry, to support people, whether in terms of funding, in terms of training, or in terms of infrastructure? What has been the journey so far on that level?
Thank you. First of all, let's start our Honorable Commissioner, Prince Bayo Ogungbangbe, is very fantastic. We know him. So we started with the summit for the cooperatives. Before the creation of the ministry, there was a very porous cooperative atmospheric condition in the state. Right. So for them to strive, even times you'll be just seeing people taking themselves to court just because they want to have their savings from the cooperatives. They say there's no money and some other things. So those are the issues that we met on ground before the ministry was created. And to God be the glory, we have a department in our ministry that is headed by Prince Adeleke, is one of our directors, very fantastic fantastic man. That is the loan recovery and dispute settlement.
All right.
So in that particular aspect alone, we've achieved a lot. A lot. We've settled many cases out of court. We've at least put a smile on the face of the people. Especially those many people that have been striving, trying to get their money. So now some of them we've concluded many parts of it, and some have got their money from the cooperatives, and many disputes have been settled out of the courts. So to God be the glory on that aspect. And if I must be sincere with you, Governor Adeleke is a fantastic man. From that particular summit, when the governor got to the summit, he realized that he needs to support the cooperative if truly you want to reach out to the grassroots people. So he decided to at least approve a loan of 1 billion naira for them. But when I look at the strength of the people he met on that particular day, he discovered that that particular money might not be enough again. So he increased that from that particular, and he increased that particular money from 1 billion naira to 3.4 billion naira. You can see what I'm talking about. So, and there's something that we call, I'll call it Yoruba Kosheleni. Right. We'll say something has never happened in the history of the state. We call it word-based cooperative.
Okay.
You see, we just targeted the grassroots people. The people, the low class, the people at the grassroots. What we call the why we call it word-based is that it is in all wards across the state. We have 332 wards in Osun State. Okay. So you cannot tell me that that in your ward there is no cooperative there serving the grassroots. You know, I'll tell you it is not. Just that you may not know where they are doing it. Yours is just to call us or come to our office. We'll call those people that particular place. That when is your next meeting? Then where is the venue? We'll tell you. Then you go and join them free, and you get the loan from them free of charge. No interest, nothing.
Wow, fantastic. Well, looking at what you have just said, because there has always been a bottleneck when it comes to issue of money, funds, and giving the less privileged, let me use that word now, especially, you know, most of them are in the rural area, and they find it very difficult to get these funds that you're talking about. So what mechanism are you using? Because a lot of people will say, well, it's the people that they know that they are giving the money to, they are not giving it to us because we are not in their party, or we are not, we don't like the face of whoever is there. Are you, what you're doing at the moment, are you doing it for the generality, or you're doing it for just some people?
Simple answer to that is just for generality. Since you are from Osun here, or you reside in Osun here, so the money is for you. Even we don't discriminate. Someone called me one day, said, when I got to their meeting, they said I didn't believe that. Are you sure? It's not that I'm not even the one. I said, don't go there. Don't discriminate or say anything. Maybe you may see people there during that particular meeting and say, they belong to one party. No. When you got there and they told you that, you cannot join us because you are not belong to our political party, then report to my office. You see the action I will take on them. So we gave them this particular money out, and there is one surprise aspect of it I want to tell you. You know, we have 332.
All right. Yeah.
Now our work-based cooperative in Osun is 380.
So how are you going to go about that?
Thank you. In the wisdom of the Honorable Commissioner, he discovered that some wards are very big than each other. You know, some have like 12 polling units, where some have 35 polling units, and it is the same one ward. So we discovered that this thing is happening. So then we went to the Mr. Governor for the approval, and the governor approved it. So now, like, let me give you an example of a better ward 10, very close to this place. Like along that ward 8, very big. Along that ward 8 I have 2. Ward 10 in Bedore has 3. There is one existing. There's one in Okini. We just started one of Atedu, then one in the Lord Shogun. So making 3 in the world, because of what? They are very big. If, to tell you the truth, if you are not competent with that particular terrain, you may not even know that Okini or Lord Shogun of Atedu is a single word. That is a better word. So with that, just that Mr. Governor is interested in reaching out to the people at the grassroots, just to say, okay, if the one or two is not enough, then give them three. That we are giving them the same amount of money.
I was about to ask that because I'm looking at the whole words that you're talking about, and what I want to ask you now, what's the distribution like when it comes to the fund? How do you distribute the fund? Because looking at what you have just said now, there are some words that are bigger than others, and you can't give my word 10,000 naira for an example, and give a word that has very large unit, same 10,000 naira. Is that what you are doing, or you're looking at the strength of those words?
That's why I said we've considered their capacity.
All right.
So as big, if you have a kind of like 20 units, would know that definitely if Heineken can give you 20 units, you are bigger than that of the 10 units. So we give you like 2 word-based cooperatives. No, we give all the word-based cooperatives the same amount. You got my point now.
Right.
So if you know that you are big, we cannot add to your money. We can only give you 2 cooperatives.
Okay.
That will be receiving the same money.
The same money.
And we will now make sure that we connect those in charge of this with the second one, so that if someone comes to this one today and have the loan, we will not go back to that particular B again and collect the same loan when some have not collected anything. So if you are here, they will know that you are here. So the connectivity will give them the sign that the last meeting at the world-based cooperative, you came and they gave you the loan now. So if eventually you want to go, you will not even go, because you know that they will definitely know. They will know that you are a member of A. So you are not supposed to be a member here again. So they just give other people's chance. So that's the strategy. And so that you are using to let it reach thousands of people at the grass. And to God be the glory today, you can open lines and see what people will say. We are very proud of what we are doing, because we are doing it with a very clean hand. That's the Governor Adeleke for you. He doesn't want anything that will be having issues or cross something. He would like something straight. You know his name now is Imole.
Yeah, it's a straight governor.
So that's it.
All right, looking at the cooperative that we're talking about, which is very, very key, because that's where the money is, and a lot of people want to key into that, industry. Now, looking at it, I don't know, is it only for the rural dwellers, or is it for Osun as a whole?
Yeah, well, if I might get your question clear, you mean that particular money?
Yes.
Thank you. The money, we divide the money into 2.
Okay.
There is existing cooperatives. Those big and fat cats, they have been in existence even before the governor approved the loan for them. Those ones, they are all under umbrella, First Group. So the government signed a memorandum of understanding with the First Group. So we gave the First Group money, 500 million to share to the existing cooperatives. So it is the memorandum of understanding is between the First Group and the government. So anytime the government wants to get their money back, it is from the First Group that the First Group will pay. It is the First Group that will pay government back, not all the cooperative, the existing cooperative. All the existing cooperative will pay to the First Group. The First Group will pay back. But to God be the glory, we have been seeing their hands everywhere.
All right.
People have been testifying they have collected money from the First Group.
All right. I'll need to ask you this, because this one really concerns me anyway. It always concerns, because I work here and I don't know. You talk about existing cooperative. I know Osun State Broadcasting Corporation has been in existence, especially when it comes to cooperative matters, for only God knows when this place was established. And how far have you gone concerning OSBC conglomerate this time around? Because it is not only OSBC that we're talking about those in Ife, we're talking about those in Iwo. What are you doing? Because I know that most of them have some cooperative that have been existing at least for like 2008 till now.
Well, that's why I call it, that's why I said the existing cooperative. The OSBC cooperative belong to existing cooperatives.
All right.
So you don't have any issue with us just to go to the first school and get your loan there. So they'll just tell you, they might not have funds on grant.
All right.
But I believe the fund is kind of a revolving loan as well in their own first group something. People pay back, the cooperatives pay back to the first group every month. They pay back to the cooperative every month. Every month. So they are doing loans every month. So they are giving the additional money every month. Every month. Because where they give, if they give you money now, or your own cooperative, for example, if they give you money now, you divide that particular money by 12. So you will return it monthly. So you use the money for a year. You get my point now?
All right.
So those people that are returning the money that they are getting every month, they do not keep it in their accounts. So if they tell you now this week that there's no money, next week they may call you to come and have your loan. So that is the way they are operating their own thing at the level of the first group. But we don't have much there because the memorandum of understanding we signed is just between we, the management, and the first group. So all the existing cooperatives has nothing to do with us. What the only thing is that if you are paying for you don't owe the government.
Okay.
You know, by servicing your certificate every year.
All right.
You get it? If you have that kind of issue, they will direct you. The first school will direct you to the ministry that go and do the needful. Once you conclude that one, so you don't have any issue, you are good to go. You get the loan from the first school. But that particular work base we are talking about, which is the second part of it, directly is we are doing it directly from the ministry. Directly to the grassroots.
Okay.
So we are monitoring that. Even we just concluded what we call reconciliation exercise throughout the state. And we got a fantastic fantastic outcome.
All right. Because I was about to ask you that how do you guys review, update, and make sure that all those funds that's been dished out come back to the cooperative? Because money is funny.
Yeah.
People are funny. Sure. You know, when you give them money, they will come beg for money or ask for money, and when they got that money, they'll use it for some other purposes. And when it is time for them to return, that's where the problem is. So how are you doing it to make sure that all these monies that the government of today has dished out through your ministry will come back to the post, or are you giving out this for free for all the indigenous in Osun State?
It's not a grant.
All right.
We call it loan. So any loan has to be returned.
All right.
You see, like I said earlier, to God be the glory. We've done many things. We've put necessary machinery in place to monitor this particular money, and we are getting a very fantastic outcome. Like I said earlier, we just concluded the exercise. Then don't forget that the work-based cooperative is kind of revolving loan as well. If had it been this particular month, they gave you loan. Once you have your loan, you must know that the next meeting you start your repayment. And if you fail to repay, another person will not get loan in that particular meeting. And once you don't pay, that particular person that's supposed to have loan knows that it is you that sabotage the effort of the management of that cooperative to give him or her loan that particular meeting. So you see the police now. They are policing themselves.
So it's like a watchdog.
So they are policing themselves. So we don't have any problem there. Even some used to pay before the meeting date. So because now, if eventually by the time we give it, like now, at least every word we give the highest now we give out is, let's say, like 1.6 million.
All right.
1.6 million to hold what is in 332 words. And the new one make it 300. That particular new one we have been giving them money.
All right.
Now, but you know, we just had some are yet to conclude their account, their registration. Not even with the ministry, but with the bank.
All right.
Because they later discovered that some on their BVN and NIN, the issue of linking it together is seriously giving people problems. When he said, when you are being Oyini Rashid Adeyemi, and another place is Adeyemi Oyini Rashid. And in Bank of today, it is not the same.
Yeah.
So it's not the same. So those are the issues that, strictly start to do with the grassroots people. So, we will definitely face something of that nature.
Well, I'm glad that the focus of this fund is actually based on the rural area, because the rural dwellers, because not that the urban don't need money as well, but one of the visions of the governor is to make sure that the rural area too enjoy the dividends of democracy, and that is what we have seen in your ministry so far. Now, before I let you go on the program today, what are the challenges that you must have been at least faced during this process of making sure that the rural dwellers do enjoy the dividends of democracy?
Challenges are many. Like seriously, the banking of it is huge aspect of it.
Right.
They don't use to bank. Most people don't use to bank. We have wars in the Umba area as well.
Yeah.
They are enjoying the same thing as well. But most of them must have, maybe many of them have the account. Doesn't have issue with the account. But that of the rural area, my brother, like seriously. Even like yesterday, I had a meeting with the Unity Bank. They said, they have been tired because this time another one, they signed one schedule today with another one signature. The next one will bring another signature.
Wow.
Even someone will tell you, okay, Lagaja is now around and I signed. How will you sign for this person that is not around? You just leave it there and let the person come. So those are the we are facing. And to God be the glory, we are managing ourselves there, and they are fantastic people. They follow the instruction to the letter. Say, don't do this again, no. We will not do it again. So because I tell them that if you do it again, we will block the accounts, so you don't have access to that phone. You say, because they will block the account from the ministry, and you know what we have been achieving from this. So they value. Even some used to tell us that they have never experienced. They only hear from the politician or governor once in a 4 years. But this out of Adeleke is not like that. So to God be the glory. You can see the credibility of the Mr. Governor. Those are the things that people gather together to know that. So this particular man is definitely his second term is non-negotiable. It's not negotiable. You see it on the street of the shop.
All right. Finally, before we go, and this is the final. I am giving you this assurance. It's the final. What's your projection in the next 2 years in this your ministry, and seeing what you've done in the first 2 years of Governor Adeleke's administration? Now, in the next 2 years, what is your projection? What are we looking at?
To God be the glory. Like I said, let me say this. We've concluded the rebuild of the cooperative college of the Union.
Wow.
If you want to appreciate Mr. Governor, don't go there in the afternoon. Go there at night. Go and see what is happening there. So, and in the next 2 years, by God's grace, we are planning to upgrade that particular school for the HNDs awarding schools.
Right.
That people from there, after graduating, will be going to service by special grace of God. The governor has started, I know it's a Mr. Talk and Do.
Oh, yeah.
So he will definitely do that. So it's part of what the Osun people should be expecting from us the next. And this particular one, we are expecting our the beneficiary of the work base to increase more and more, because we are just started.
Wow. Well, just like my guest said, they've just started, and it's time for you to see more, especially in the ministry. Well, I've been talking with the senior special assistant to the governor on cooperative and empowerment, Oyini Rashid Adeyemi. I want to say a big thank you for being part of this program today.
You're welcome.
And maybe in the next few months, we'll still call you back and see how far that ministry has gone. I know that it's going to be a good testimony. All right, that is how far we can go in today's edition of Sands of Time. Join me same time next week, going to bring another interesting personality in the program. My name is David Ojo. I'm saying bye for now. Sound of Time, an inspirational program that captures insightful contributions of the guest personality within professional fields and politics to motivate the youth. Sound of Time also peeps into footprints of captains of industries who have made their marks in their chosen profession. Join David Ojo every Tuesday morning between 10 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. on OSBC TV channel 32, Star Times on 113, and Free TV. You can also join in our various social media platforms like YouTube and Facebook. Sound of Time, a roadmap to inspiring young professionals. Sound
Osun State kó lè dára nígbà tiwa, káyé má bàjẹ́ nígbà tiwa, kókun má wọ̀lú nígbà tiwa.